Campaign national spokesperson Katrina Pierson and DNC committee member and Clinton supporter Robert Zimmerman. Good to see you.
Good evening.
So let me just start with you on this, Robert. Do you admit she had terrible 2 weeks?
No, she didn't have terrible 2 weeks.
She didn't?
Look,
12
reality
states.
is, look,
12 Larry Sabato states just got moved further to the right.
Excuse me. Let me point out to you that Larry Sabato, in his report with his new map, pointed out that Hillary Clinton certainly has the advantage of winning the election over Donald Trump. More paths to get to.
But
more
2
paths
weeks,
to get
last
to 270.
Monday, he was on this program saying she's looking great. Trump's in big trouble. And because the polling from her collapse and basket full of deplorables hadn't caught up.
Well, first of all, there wasn't a collapse. Let's also understand, Megyn, I mean, I don't want to disappoint you, but you should be, in fact, maybe this will put your mind at ease, but Hillary Clinton in today's national poll, NBC's national poll, is up by 5 percentage points. But
now,
let's
let me
assume,
stop you right there. As you well know, it isn't about my personal feelings.
I know that.
It's about the facts.
And the facts are, Megyn, that even if you take the worst projection, you assume that Hillary Clinton has 16 of the standard blue states for 191 electoral votes. That's lower than anyone's projecting. The battleground states in question, according to 538.com and others, give her a 70% chance of winning those states.
Okay. 538, with all due respect to Nate Silver, has been schizophrenic this election. They nailed it with Obama last time around. They've been, with all due respect, all over the place. You believe one day, the next day, completely the reverse. Let me get Katrina in here.
Okay.
Katrina, your candidate has had boatloads full of trouble, right, since he launched this campaign. But you tell me whether this has been the best 8-10 day period of the entire run for him.
Well, Megyn, I think this has been a fantastic time period for Mr. Trump. I mean, we keep wanting to remind people that Hillary Clinton has spent tens of millions of dollars in many of these states, and some that Larry didn't mention, like Colorado, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania. Look at Virginia and Maine, for crying out loud. Mr. Trump is doing extremely well, which is exactly
Virginia was typically red, but
many of these models have shifted.
But let me ask you this. So understanding he had this great time, what does that mean for his debate strategy? Because even though he's had a great 10 days, he's had like a year and a half of controversy preceding it.
Well, look, he's going to prepare the way Mr. Trump does. He's absolutely committed to going out there and campaigning in all of these states for all voters, something we haven't seen for a Republican candidate in a very long time. And he is ready to go up against Hillary Clinton. And as we know, Hillary Clinton does have a record of failure as Secretary of State, particularly when it comes to the hot topics that many people are concerned about.
Katrina,
like
I think you did your analysis.
Like the economy and like trade.
Excuse me, Katrina.
Let Robert get in here.
Someone that's going to get up there and actually talk to the American public about what he wants to do. That's been extremely different.
Let him make his point, and then I'll give you the floor back. Go
Katrina,
ahead,
take a breath. Here's the bottom line. Katrina, I think you learned your political analysis at Trump University, because what we've seen in this election.
You're the rhapsodic one, George.
First of all, it's Robert. You've got a fixation on George Zimmerman, which says something else. The other point is, what makes this election so unique is you see an unprecedented number of leading Republican experts in Homeland Security, in fighting terrorism, in our military, including now President George Herbert Walker Bush, now standing up and supporting Hillary Clinton because they regard Donald Trump as reckless, dangerous, and an incompetent neophyte.
Let her respond. What do you make in particular, because news broke overnight that the former president, George H.W. Bush, is planning to vote for Hillary Clinton, Katrina?
Well, look, I think everyone is entitled to support whomever they want. There are many Americans who applaud the Bushes and respect their service.
Not Donald Trump, who attacked them and maligned them.
Some of the Bushes are going to be supporting. If it is true that some of the Bushes are going to be supporting Hillary Clinton, then I think that really offers vindication for a lot of the Tea Party goers who felt like Republicans were starting to govern as Democrats.
How about the generals who are supporting? How about the generals who are stepping up and supporting Hillary Clinton over George Bush?
The establishment is going to stick with the establishment. And
what does it say
when you have Republicans in a record number turn out for Donald Trump, and you have former leaders of the party just essentially slap them in the face? At the same time, Megyn, everyone's going to have to choose who best suits their values, and if Hillary Clinton represents George Bush's values, then that's his prerogative.
Well, clearly, Vladimir Putin represents
she was thinking of George
Bush's
H.W. Bush, Robert. She wasn't thinking of George Zimmerman. So it's great to see you both. I got to leave it at that.